Something has changed with GTA 6 leaks. Yesterday, we were looking at basketball, the focus system, the wanted level, and Jason getting into a fight with a delivery driver. But now, there's new footage. And this time, we're seeing something completely different. It's nighttime. Jason is driving through Leonida. He's getting into fights. He's using a taser. He's stealing a truck. And then the footage suddenly cuts to something that could be even more interesting. An actual story scene with Jason and Cal. And there's one tiny detail in this new footage that could tell us when this build was made. So let's break down what just happened. The new nighttime footage. The new clip is much longer than the first gameplay clips that started circulating. And right away, you can tell this isn't the same type of footage we saw before. Jason is driving at night. He's moving through the city and gets involved in another violent encounter. But this time, we're seeing much more of the actual gameplay loop. Jason fights several people. He takes down one of them, and then something happens that immediately caught everyone's attention. Jason picks up a taser, and he actually uses it on the police. That might sound like a small addition, but it gives us another look at how Rockstar is building GTA 6's combat and weapons systems. Because Jason isn't just pulling out a gun and shooting everybody. He's switching between different tools depending on the situation. And then we get another interesting detail. Jason picks up a hat from the ground and puts it on. That might sound completely random, but remember what we saw in the earlier leak. Police appeared to have multiple ways of identifying Jason, including his clothing and vehicle. So now we're seeing Jason physically interact with clothing during gameplay. We don't know whether the hat actually affects the police system, but the combination is definitely interesting. And if the person behind these leaks really has access to multiple parts of the game, that raises a much bigger question. How much more footage do they actually have? But there's a problem with these leaks. There's something else you need to know. The group calling itself CyberLeak isn't simply releasing the footage, they're also using the attention around GTA 6 to promote their own cryptocurrency. They've even reportedly created polls where people can use their token to vote on which alleged footage gets released next. And that makes it much harder to separate the leak itself from the group's marketing campaign. So don't click random crypto links, don't send them money, and don't assume that everything they claim about the footage is automatically true. The gameplay may be legitimate, but that doesn't make every claim surrounding it legitimate. And Rockstar is now in a race against the leaks. And the timing couldn't be worse for Rockstar, because Rockstar already has an official GTA 6 extended look scheduled for August 27th. That reveal is supposed to give us our first major official gameplay look, but now the internet is getting pieces of the game before Rockstar is ready to show them. And that's why these leaks are becoming more interesting every few hours. We're no longer talking about one random video. We're potentially looking at multiple gameplay clips, different locations, different mechanics, and even story footage. And if the newer build theory is correct, we could be seeing a version of GTA 6 that's much closer to the game Rockstar is actually preparing to release. So here's the big question. How much of GTA 6 has actually leaked? Because if CyberLeak really has access to more gameplay, we might not have seen the biggest leak yet. We could get more driving, more combat, more vehicles, more activities, maybe even Lucia gameplay. And that's where this gets dangerous for Rockstar, because every new clip removes another layer of mystery from the game. But there's still one thing the leaks can't tell us. What did Rockstar change after this footage was recorded? Because until the official extended look arrives, we simply don't know how close these builds are to the final game. And that's the part I'm going to be watching very closely. Because if Rockstar shows us completely different mechanics next week, we'll know just how much GTA 6 has changed behind the scenes. But if the official footage looks almost identical, then this leak could be giving us a surprisingly accurate look at the game we're actually going to play. And honestly, that's what makes this second leak much more important than the first.